Hello everybody, this is Infamous OG 1973, and today I am going to be sharing with you the recipe for making a shovel. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please like, subscribe, share, make comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you. Hello everybody, this is Infamous OG 1973, and today I will be showing you the recipe for making a sword in Minecraft. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, share, make comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and just so you know, I'll be making more videos, but right now I'm trying to start my library from the beginning and work my way up from scratch, and I'll be adding more as I go. Thank you. Hello everybody, this is Infamous OG 1973, and today I am going to be discussing something that I should be talking about. It was the reason for why I switched from Windows 7 to Linux. First off, let me tell you that I have an old computer. I have a couple of old computers, and the way they were with Windows 7, there was no way that I could do Windows and be able to have mods. So I got a suggestion off of Discord, website that I go to for chatting when it comes to games, from a guy on there by the name of Aussie, and he suggested that I install a Linux, something like, so like LXD or XFCE, as my graphics environment. That should leave 1.8 gigabytes free for Minecraft, is what he said. So I went in and I searched out the information, and I checked out what LXDE or an XFCE was, and I decided out of the two that I'd pick LXDE because it was lightweight, and the best one that I found was Ubuntu. The full installation of Ubuntu I did on a USB device. I used an installer by the name of Rufus, and when you don't have Linux already on your system and it's Windows, the best way that I found out to do it was by using Rufus. I like the guy too. I read up on him, and he made sense about the reason why he made Rufus free. He said, why would I sell something and only sell to maybe thousands of people when I could give it away to millions of people? And when he said that made sense, So I ended up doing the research, and I picked Rufus, and it worked out pretty well. And there's a lot of shady characters out there with supposed quote-unquote installers, so that's the reason why I used Rufus to do it, and it worked out. When I did get Ubuntu, I ended up getting the newest installation, and the website you go to for that is www.lubuntu.me. There's 2 or 3 websites out there, but that's the actual website to go to. I went to Ask Ubuntu, and they suggested the easiest way to install Ubuntu on any USB pen drive is to boot your Ubuntu Live CD DVD. Enter the live session and use the install icon present on the desktop. Make sure first that your internet connection is up and running. Now, I didn't do that the first time, and it did cause me some problems. So whenever you do install Linux on your computer, make sure that you do have your internet connected. After you get to the window with the three options for installing Ubuntu or Lubuntu, choose the third one, which says something else. Now, when you choose that, what you're doing is you're trying to set up Lubuntu on an external hard drive, and I tried that. That's what I was actually wanting to do, was to set up a USB or set up a external hard drive with Linux and then Windows on the computer, but that didn't work out. And the reason why that didn't work out was because I ended up not understanding the partitions in the setup, and it showed the Windows 7 information on the setup as well as the Linux information, and I thought that was on my external hard drive, and I deleted it, and I couldn't recover that. So fair warning, when you go in and you want to go that route, make sure you understand that all the Windows 7 that's being shown in front of you, that's not just on the external hard drive, that's also showing what's inside of the computer, so don't delete that. But eventually what I did is I went ahead and I did the recommendations that they give you off of the thing when it talks about separating programs and stuff like that. Also, back up your stuff off of Windows 7 before you do any of this, because if you don't, it'll be wiped, and that is suggested, and that's something that you need to do. I strongly recommend that you download and burn onto a CD or DVD, USB drive, Lubuntu. Don't do 12.404. There's a lot of errors when you're trying to install that one. They had a lot of problems. Go to the newest version and do that one. Don't even think about doing 1404. You need to worry about your BIOS settings. Just press your default BIOS key for the boot menu, which is usually F12, and select to boot from a USB pen drive. That's very important. You can go into setups and set it up to where your first option is to use the USB pen drive, but you can also use F12 to do it. I know how to do the setup thing, so it's no big deal with me. So I was okay with that. On your Linux swap, you need to have about I'd say 250 millibytes to 124 millibytes of swap if you're doing the partition thing that I was talking about. Getting past all that, I also am wanting to talk about XFC Ubuntu. XFC is lightweight too. I did my research and I found out that Ubuntu is a little bit better when it comes to being lightweight than what Ubuntu is. When I say lightweight, what I'm talking about is it's using less memory to run it, and so far it's done wonders when it comes to like video on TVs and YouTube TV, things like that. Also with the actual programs too. Ozzy also suggested, installing multi-MC. It has a lighter launcher than Mahjong's. Use FoamFix Anarchy and allocate 1 gigabyte of heat to Minecraft and 1 gigabyte of swap. I never did figure out what that was all about. I didn't allocate anything. I just went in and worked with Java and everything, but the rest of that I didn't understand. He also said you'll need to download offline a version of Java for multi-MC if you don't have Java. If you have Java, manually search your computer for it. I had Java manually, but I also had Linux, so I had to go and get the Linux version of Java and put that into my multi-MC. I believe, let me go in and I can check it real quick and let you guys know. The Java that I ended up getting was Java 8 Open JDK AMD 64 JRE bin Java. So it's Java 8 Open JDK, and that's what I ended up having to get. After that was all said and done, he suggested that I get Vasky's Proton Pack. The mod crashed with both versions of FoamFix on version 1.10.2. The Proton Pack, it's no longer being maintained, so I don't know what the deal is there. You know, you do need to understand that Linux is very important when you do all that, because it'll help boost your FPS and give you a bit more RAM to work with. At least it seems that way, and that's what Aussie was telling me. It's true. It does help out with RAM. Take a larger pack, like all the mods, or Feed the Beast, and click on their mod list. When you go to Curse, it has one under Dependents. Check them out. For instance, Quark is a great mod which expands Vanilla's mechanics and contents in a very good way. I actually did install Quark. It installed just fine, but it was on 12.1 and not 12.2. With Quark, you have to get auto reg lib. It's required in order for Quark to work. I couldn't add FoamFix Anarchy to 12.1 because I couldn't find one of that version. He also recommended other things like block craftery, better placement. It downloaded on 12.2 fine, but I don't know if it actually is on there. It doesn't show up on the mods list. I also added build craft, industrial craft, and thermal expansion to 12.2. I had a little lag, but it cleared up shortly after the world opened up. But all of that went on there. Aussie also recommended that if I wanted a really hardcore experience, try Terraformacraft. Terraformacraft installed fine, and they also recommended Fastcraft, which was an alternative to use. It's not mandatory. It helps with fixes and stuff like that. So I did that. 1.7.10. Another thing that I didn't know that I found out, it's really lightweight on RAM compared to 1.8. Found out that 1.8 is actually one of the worst versions of Minecraft that ever came out. I was also told that if I wanted to really go far back, I could pick a version like 1.4.7, and it can run even the heaviest mod packs in my configurations. I went ahead and installed 1.4.7 so that I could do some further investigation of it and see what all it could do. But that is basically what I wanted to get going and set up and talk about, so I could get that out and let people know. Those are the things that have been taking place with me when it comes to Minecraft and my computers and Linux. If you liked what you heard and you liked what you've seen, please like, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching.